use him in some interesting ways. Randy Moss knows that, saw that live now in Berea ahead of Thursday Night Football. Motion Kareem Hunt used him as a fullback as well. Makes you wonder how this offense might have looked if they hadn't traded Duke Johnson. But I digress. A short week for the Steelers to get ready for those two, Randy.
Everyone was curious, I think, to see exactly how they would use Kareem Hunt and how much they would use him. And I think the results were surprising to some. Not just that Kareem Hunt had 38 snaps, but 28 of those 38 snaps came with Chubb also in the game, and what's called a 20 personnel grouping with 2 running backs, no tight ends, and 3 wideouts. You'd have Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, and you would have Hunt and Chubb on either side of him. That's really unusual in today's NFL, but it's also unusual to have a team with 2 running backs of that caliber. Chubb obviously had a good game. Hunt had a good game, especially receiving. He was targeted 9 times, 7 catches. And about the unselfish part, and you mentioned he played the fullback role sometimes, on the fourth quarter drive that the Browns had that resulted in the go-ahead touchdown, one of the key plays on that drive was a 21-yard Nick Chubb run. And who threw the key block that sprung him? A beautiful cut block, a textbook block, Kareem Hunt. That's where the unselfish part comes in. And I think it obviously is logical to assume that we'll see more of the same on Thursday night, if not a greater emphasis on having those 2 guys in the lineup at the same time.
And a tip of the cap as well to Rashard Higgins, who not only caught the game-winning touchdown, but had a big block on a Kareem Hunt swing pass as well when they motioned him behind Baker Mayfield. Let's talk injuries. Always a storyline, Randy, on a short week here for TNF. Olivier Vernon did not play last week for the Browns. What's his status?
Well, Freddie Kitchens was asked at his news conference a couple of hours ago about his possible availability for Thursday night. Kitchens said, quote, "I wouldn't say I'm optimistic. I hope he wakes up feeling good." And I guess he's talking about Thursday morning. He's got that knee injury. Eric Murray, safety, is unlikely to play, according to Kitchens. Tight end Ricky Seals-Jones will likely be a game-time decision. And don't forget Antonio Callaway, the surprise inactive on Sunday. According to Mary Kay Cabot of the Cleveland Plain Dealer, he was late to the stadium here, just a few minutes late, but given his checkered history with the team, he's not given much leeway. Kitchens did say yesterday in a conference call that it was a 1-game benching only, so we might see Callaway back out there as well.
All right, which maybe means less time for Rashard Higgins. We'll see. Thank you, Randy Moss.